Welcome back. It's my one take. I'm Alex Miceli. I'm not here to talk about the China tariffs. I'm not here to talk about the economy. I'm not here to talk about what's going on in the stock market because I gotta be honest with you, I have no clue. I barely can handle golf. So let's just stick to that, okay? Let's stick to $15 million. Now, again, I'm not going to suggest what Rory should do. That's right, Rory McIlroy winning $15 million in the FedEx Cup in Atlanta. I'm not suggesting what he should do with it. I know what I would do with it. Maybe you know what you do with it, but Rory McIlroy seems to have enough of it. So I have no idea what he's going to do with it, but congratulations on playing just tremendously in the final round. Never really thought that he was in trouble, even though there was a little blip there. You know, blip here, blip there, not a big deal. Rory McIlroy, $15 million. Maybe the decision to play almost exclusively on the PGA Tour this year was actually a good decision for Rory McIlroy. Just look at what he's done. One thing he said I thought was interesting, if Tiger Woods has done it and I've done it, then I think I'm in pretty good company. I have to agree with that. No Tiger, no Shane Lowry, both major winners. Did that make a difference? No. I mean, if I hear all these people talking about, well, they won majors. Well, if they won majors, then they should have played better and gotten in the top 30. If you want to just exempt major winners, then go right ahead. But giving them more points because they won majors, it's a FedEx Cup thing. It's a PGA Tour thing. It's not anything other than that. So let's not get carried away about this, all right? Plus, I'm not even sure Tiger could have played, which, by the way, Andrew Luck, Stanford grad, decided to hang it up. Just the injuries kept piling on, and I can't keep doing it, and I don't want to feel this way. Does that sound familiar? There's another Stanford grad that I've heard that from before. Tiger, learn from the younger guy. Step down. Get it over with. Stop the pain. And if you can, retire. By the way, there's this discussion going on that I was doing some BBC the other day, and they were saying, well, Tiger has said that he would pick himself if the team thinks he should pick himself. Well, let's go through the 8 guys and tell me who's going to sit there and say, Tiger, no, I don't think you should pick yourself. Really? Which one of the 8 is going to say that? He's the captain, for goodness sakes. That ain't going to happen. Everybody is deferential to Tiger on the PGA Tour, and they should be. I mean, they're playing for millions of dollars, a lot of it because of him. But that being said, does that mean he should be playing on the President's Cup team when clearly he doesn't have the game right now? Clearly he doesn't have the health right now. Somebody write me back, please, and tell me which one of the 8 is going to do that. Last week, right around the same time I was filming this, the European Tour came out with this speed initiative. Like, let's speed things up. We can speed things up. Oh, and by the way, let's focus on those slow people. Focus on those slow people. They're all over the place. How do you know who's slow and who's fast? Oh, we know. Because players tell us who's slow and who's fast. Players tell you who's slow and who's fast? Really? I can't get on board with that. Players are playing against players. There's money involved, points involved, a whole bunch of stuff's involved. I am not going to sit there and suggest that one player's opinion is good enough for me to sit there and focus on them and single them out. I just can't go there. What I can go for is that just attach something to every player and let's start gathering data and let's start figuring out who actually is the slow player, and then let's have somebody watch that player and then determine if they're actually slow or not. I am not going with discriminating against certain players because other players think they're slow. In fact, actually, I'd love someone to define for me what slow play actually is. Next time I see Brooks Koepka or Rory McIlroy or anybody else, I'd like to ask them those questions because I don't think it's that easy to define what slow is in regards to slow play. Tony Jacklin, you heard of him. Ryder Cup captain, won the U.S. Open, a pretty big deal in European golf and certainly in English golf. Here's a quote from him. I have to read this to you. It's boring watching golf these days. Agreed. It's just not very interesting anymore. Agreed. The game has become all about smashing the ball as far as you can and about putting contests. Agreed. You know, I think Ben Hogan might have said something like that before too, but the point being here is that Tony Jacklin's like, what happened to the shot making and all the other little intricacies of golf? Well, Tony, they're gone. Because you know what? This isn't the same game you played. And I'm sure if you talk to Michael Jordan, he's going to tell you that basketball isn't the same basketball you played. If you talk to Hank Aaron, he's going to tell you that the baseball game of today is not the game he played. That's just how it is. Now, the question is it really boring? Well, I've always said that if you really want to go to sleep, just sit in front of the television on a Sunday afternoon and turn on the golf tournament, and within 15 minutes, you're going to be out. Now, is that a little harsh? Maybe. But think about it. When you're sitting in front of the television, how many times are you snoozing when you're watching the golf tournament? Stacey Lewis, Morgan Pressel named to the Solheim Cup team. Captain Julie Inkster, U.S. captain, said, I need experience. You know what, Julie? You don't need experience. You just got to take the best players. Are really Stacey Lewis and Morgan Pressel the best players right now in their careers? I guess we're going to find out. I've been to Solheim Cups, which I'm going to this time at Glen Eagles, and it can be pretty for the U.S. team, and sometimes it is very, very ugly. Let's see what happens with the picking of Morgan Pressel and Stacey Lewis. All right, hey, I'm under my 7-minute time frame. I'd love to sit here and chat a little more, but that's it. I hope you had a chance to look at the Racing Pigs last week, because if not, you really missed out. I'm Alex Miceli.